fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk high, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles fly. This Pete the Scribe, Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Yo, what's up, family? Welcome to Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. As you can see, we are a little bit late tonight. Sorry about that. But we cannot not come on because you know what week it is. You know what week it is. Let me just make sure you understand. Yes, sir. It's Dollars Week. So we got to make sure we turn off the dollars and get ready for these cowgirls that are coming in town to show their ugly faces to our Philadelphia Eagles this weekend at 425. Man, listen, a dynamic game this week. Not everything that we expected, but the most thing that we expected was the W. We got the W. That is what matters. But anyway, welcome into Eagles Talk Upon Father Review. Right now, I'm your host, Pat. Dark Knight will be with us in the momentarily. He has some business to take care of. Nichelle won't be with us tonight. She's doing some business. But we all will definitely be back together for this Sunday for the pregame show. But right now, listen, I'm Dolo solo for a minute until Dark Knight get on here. But it doesn't matter because you got some things we need to talk about. A lot of things this past week went crazy in this game. If you had the opportunity to go back and watch the game, review the game, put your thoughts about what we needed to improve to be better going against this Dallas Cowgirls this weekend. Before I go into the first quarter, let me go reach some people that's first in the room. Richard Layton, what's up, Eagles family? What up? Rachel, you're still on the PUP list. She said dollars suck. Man, what up, man? Word up, Eagles fam. Yes, definitely dollars week. Oh man, Ed Clinton on YouTube. Cowboys week. Yes. Hey Ed, just make sure you tune in Sunday. Dark Knight will be doing this play-by-play again on YouTube this Sunday. Whew, man. John D. Patisa representing South Carolina Burgame checking in. What up, family? Dion. Solo Dolo, but that damn shot glass in the air. Hey, Dion, I got a question, man. I got a question. I need to know something because I'm low on my tequila. And you know, I got to do tequila during the week, right? I gave the other bottle to somebody special. But I got this Burgame bourbon. I got a couple boxes of these. I don't know which one I should take for our shots. But first and foremost, before we go into the shots, you know, we appreciate you guys for tuning into us over this past week when we attended did the live remote at Miller's Ale House up in Springfield, PA. Definitely the atmosphere was crazy. And I got a shout out to a few people that told me, you know what, Pat, you need to calm down. It's just a game. It's not just a game, man. It's our livelihood as Eagles fans. I can't not get hype over a game. What you expect from more player? But anyway, Richard said, yeah, still on PUP. Hey, listen, make sure that knee's in the air, all right? Our secondary needs to straighten, definitely. Our secondary, man, listen, I saw a screenshot. Somebody showed me that the Dallas Cowgirls receivers was laughing at our wide receiver, our defensive backs in their film room. So, you know, they got to be better. We got to be better. Bill Crow, what's up, Pat, too? What's up, everyone? Pat, too. John D. Batista, first of all, I'm renaming Bradbury to Badberry. He's been horrible. We need him to redeem himself in a major way. We definitely need not only Bradbury to redeem himself, we need Slade to redeem himself. We need the whole secondary to redeem itself because that They give up almost 400 passing yards. It's unprecedented to a quarterback who a lot of deem is not, a quarterback in this league. There shouldn't be a starting quarterback in this league. Dion, go Bourbon. I'm hanging half off the wagon. I'm on my way to Dark Knight status. Shots out, shots of apple juice soon. Shoot, man. I think I might go to Bourbon. You know what? I'm gonna do the first shot to kill. I got to make sure I get at least one shot to kill, and to keep this tradition going of doing tequila during the week and before the game. What we do on the weekend. You got to do that Jameson, the Irish whiskey. So let me know what you're drinking out there. I am going to finish off this bottle of Gran Camino. It's the Kevin Hart tequila. And I got me a little Corona. So let me know what you're doing out there as we salute our Philadelphia Eagles after a very stressful game against the Washington Commies or Commodores or Commanders, whatever you want to call them, as we won 38-31. But we had some things we need to talk about. So we want to salute to our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch. Let me know what you're drinking out there. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
All right, that's going now. Yeah, so back to this game over the weekend. For a lot of people that watched the game, very stressful. The Commodores, the Commies, the Commanders, they got out to a convincing 14-3 lead in the first half, and it looked like our team couldn't catch a break. 2 turnovers in the red zone. A turnover from Gainwell was sent everybody in bananas, and made Gainwell tweet somebody during the halftime. Then a fumble. Should be back, man. A fumble on a tush. Oh, well, I couldn't call it that. On a Brotherly shove. We never fumble on a Brotherly shove, but we fumbled on the Brotherly shove on the 1-yard line, and we gave the ball back to the Washington football team, and it looked very grim for our football team. But Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, that offensive line got it together, got everything boiled back together. They taped the man back together with a bad knee, and they was able to muster up and put away this Washington football team. Actually, it was pretty more convincing than what it should have been. We were already winning this game 38-24 with that last drive being the Washington getting the ball back and scoring. But at the end of the day, we get the W. It's not as what we wanted it to be, but a W is a W no matter how you put it. I always said if you win 3-2, guess what? You still won the game. Some more comments out there. Bill Crow says secondary is playing way too soft and off their man assignments. I definitely agree with that. They're playing too much of a soft type of coverage. I would rather our secondary play more of a press man and get beat off of that than these quick routes that they were letting the Commanders get in the first half. In the first half, the Commanders, their first drive was nothing but quick routes, very short 2-yard routes. If it was a slant, it was a screen, it was a get the ball out the quarterback's hand very quickly. And they made it happen. They didn't score the first drive, but the second drive they did score. They put together a scoring drive, and it looked kind of easy because our defensive backs it felt like they was in the game. They were communicating, and that could be all contribute to this is the 8th starting defensive backfield since the beginning of the season. So these guys aren't used to communicating together. You don't know that this guy is bailing, this guy is staying down, and sometimes that has to be worked out during the practice when you're bringing a new safety like Kevin Byard. He only been here for 6 days. He's just understanding the defense barely. So, he's not understanding how Slay likes to play, how Bradbury likes to play. And on top of that, Reed Blankenship just got off an injury. So, it's a whole connection. These guys got to learn how to play together, which brings a lot of cohesion, and you can bring a lot of trust in these different coverages that Desai's throwing out there. Ed Clinton said a secondary needs to be locked in. Keep Lamb under 100 yards. Take the ball from Dak. Exploit Dallas injured aging offensive line. A strip sack and a couple interceptions would be not. That would be hella fun. Listen, I would be lit if that happens. Richie, damn G. The shell only reason I tapped in. Without the turnovers would have been you ain't lying. We were saying that at the post game show. If we look back at what we were doing, if we didn't turn the ball over twice, it would have been like 48-31, maybe 48-24, maybe 48-17 or something like that, because we already broke the will from scoring. We got to take advantage of what we can take advantage of. And one of the things that we need to continue to preach is holding on to the football. When you give the football away, that gives bad teams opportunities to win games. That should never happen in this league. That's how we lost to the Jets. Daphne Nicole, hey fam, saw a post that Cam Jerseys could play Sunday. Do you think we will run the ball more? If he plays Sunday, I can guarantee you we will run the ball more than we have run the ball in the last 4 weeks. He is stout in the run game. He's very good. He moves just like Jason Kelsey, and he provides a lot of lateral movement. Not only with punch and power, but he can do a lot of things that helps this run game. That since we run in the shotgun, you need these guys that's athletic that can pull out in space. So definitely, if he's playing, which I kind of don't think he will, even though he was a limited participant in practice. I think he was a full participant in practice actually. So no, that's Jalen Carter. I'm sorry. Jalen Carter was a full participant. Cam Jerkins was a limited participant. So we'll see what happens with that. You know, the 21-day window was open, so he doesn't necessarily have to play this week. You do get a bye week after this game to get him fully healthy, because you do want your players fully healthy for the long run of this season, especially the gauntlet after this game. Richard Layton, Grey Goose Archuleta. I need some of that Bird Gang liquor. They want ship to South. Do they ship to South Carolina? I can ask them. I think they ship to South Carolina. If not, I got a couple bottles here. I definitely got a couple bottles here. And they got vodka, so I don't really do the vodka. I don't partake in the vodka, so you gotta excuse me on that one. Adrian Rankin, Blankenship interception set it up. You know what? That did turn the tide of the game. I'll be honest with you. When you have a turnover, especially in so close into their territory, that breathes different type of energy into a team, especially a team that's struggling to do what they really want to do on defense and offense. AJ Brown is listen. If he's not in consideration for the MVP this year, something is wrong with the system. I understand that Cheetah, Tyreek Hill is putting up historic numbers of over 1,000 yards already off after after week 8. But AJ Brown is right behind him, and that's after him not getting targeted really that much in the first game. He's setting records, and he's that dude. He's him. John D. Batiste said, Hurts was perfect when targeting skinny Batman and swole Batman, aka Mega. I saw that John Mega John. That's so crazy. Tony, good morning. Update: Dallas still sucks. You know what?
Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks!
Always suck, man. Yo, what up, Dennis Holmes? This is one of the most realest statements there can be. And I always said this. Anytime we're not able to get our opposing quarterback off of their spot, we're able to let them get into a rhythm that builds confidence. When you build confidence, that quarterback think he's the all-pro quarterback in the world. He think he's Tom Brady, can do anything against a defense, i.e. Sam Howell. I don't know what the Redskins got against us, but these 2 weeks, he's thrown these 2 games, he's thrown for almost 700 yards against us. Almost 700 yards against us. That's despicable. That's nasty. That's crazy. But they got 2 L's, so we swept them. I'm happy with the game. Was slow and methodical. We overcame self-inflicted adversity and got the win. We definitely got the win, and we need to be better this game. We can't let this happen. We can't let the Cowgirls get it to a 14-0 lead and think we're going to rest on our laurels and come back in this game. It's going to be a dogfight. I really think the game's going to be a dogfight. We definitely have the better roster. I have a feeling that yes, Michael Parsons may make a play here and there, but he won't be the overall contributing factor to this game. I really think what Jalen Hurts and our offense is able to do will be a leading factor in the game. But I'll talk about that later in the fourth quarter. Let me get to some more comments. Days Sedero reporting Sting is likely to start. Yeah, I did see that in the Bleed Green Nation. But it's early in the week. Early in the week, you could say anybody's going to be the starter, and by Friday, when the actual injury report does come out, you know they may be saying something totally different. So for right now, yes, but until Friday comes tomorrow and Saturday, when you get that final injury report, you it's still up in the air right now. What up, Phil? Please mention Blankenship. Couldn't cover anyone. The D coordinator needs to take a tutorial from Jim Johnson. Any rookie or subpar QB got blitz all day. Furthermore, might as well blitz the linebackers. They ain't covering anyone anyway. This is my homie Phil. He goes off at any minute on anything, and sometimes he's right. Um, this is a passing league, Phil. You have to drop in the coverage. You have to play coverage. You can't blitz every single time because what happens is these offenses realizes that you're blitzing and they create quick routes, i.e., their first drive. Even though they didn't get no points, they created some quick plays and they opened up a lot of things. A lot of players didn't get back to their spots, and in the second half that kind of changed. But you're right. We need to make sure we are in our spots to ensure this doesn't happen again. No quarterback that we face going forward should put up 390 yards. I don't care, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. No quarterback should put up damn near 400 yards against this secondary. I think the cohesion of this practice this week, of these guys getting more familiar with how each corner and safety plays together, and the linebackers getting used to each other playing together. This will be the first time that everybody is healthy in that backfield besides Avante Maddox. I think we'll be able to put up a better fight, I should say. And even though we would love for some of our defensive coordinators to take tutorials from Jim Johnson to be a better blitzing team, this is not a blitzing league any longer. Those teams that blitz more than 46% is a known fact right now that they don't really win too often. If they do win, when they get to the playoffs, they're out of here. All right. After this one, I'm going to second quarter. Man, we cannot lose to Dallas and then go on a bye. That's 2 weeks would be. Oh my goodness. I don't want to put this. I don't want to read the rest of the comment. I don't want to even think about that. I do not want to ever think about that because you know why? This team needs to be way better than what we saw last week. There were some fundamental mistakes. There were some stacking mistakes. There were some blown coverages, some eye discipline that shouldn't, like Black James Bradbury got beat on a double move that was a crappy double move. Like I don't understand what your looking point, where you stepping, but some of the situations uh is not on the coach, it's on the players itself. And they have to be better in their situational football. They have to be much better in their situational football. You can't just say, you know what, I'm gonna rest on my athletic skills to go against these guys because a lot of these guys are more athletic than you. Yes, we have a better built roster, but you have to be more methodical in what you do and how you do it. You know, you go back and look at the Legion. Boom, their corners were slow, but they played how they played it. Everybody knew where everybody was going to be at any given time, and he made that defense work for them. That's what we have to do. Yes, these corners have lost a step. Everybody loses a step once you get a year older. In football terms, a year is like 3 years. So they lost a step. So you have to be much better in your eye discipline and where you're placing yourself in these situations. Go to some more comments. Going to end this quarter real quick. Let me end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Again, you're watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans, the #1 Facebook Eagles Talk group on the web. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can get our YouTube channel up. The Dark Knight goes live every most Eagles game days, so you can see listen to him as he do the play-by-play. But we're a very unique show. We do something that a lot of these other Eagles Talk groups don't do. We like to drink. And right now, I'm out of my tequila. I had my one shot, so I'm still say true to form. And shout out to Dion. He told me he should crack open that Bird Gang bourbon, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to crack open the Bird Gang bourbon for our Philadelphia Eagles, and let me know what you're drinking out there. Again, you're watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, the #1 talk group on Facebook, and we're hopefully get there on YouTube very soon. Oh, this is lovely. Let me know what you're drinking out there. I'm drinking the Bird Gang bourbon whiskey, crafted by Boat, here in Philadelphia, PA. Yes, it's actually a Bird Gang vodka. I mean, bourbon. They have vodka also. I'm about to let you know how it tastes right now, Dion. I got many more. I got many more, Jeremiah. So it's not saving. I got a whole another load of it here, so I'm good. Let me know what you're drinking out there for our Philadelphia Eagles for getting this victory and being 7-1, being the best team in the NFL, even though we haven't played a full game yet. We haven't played a full game yet, but we're 7-0. 7-1, the best team in football. To our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
That's bourbon. You know that's bourbon. Yep, that's that bourbon. It's all right. It tastes like victory. Definitely tastes like victory. Go to some comments. Whew. See Floyd out there. I want to see Hurts under center more. We need a different look play action on offense. I would love to see that, but you know what, Floyd, you know that they kind of took that out the game with the diminished role of the fullback and the running back. They pretty much took that out of the game moving forward, and it's sad to see that we don't see a lot of people under center any longer. This offense doesn't operate under center unless they're doing a brotherly shove or a devise single run play. We don't do it as much. Yes, I would like to see him there, but with his knee situation, I want to see him in and out the pocket, get the ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible. Let the playmakers make plays and not damage that knee even farther. Richard Lay said Burberry had been getting beat. Yes. I don't know what it is. I think it's the money. They say, you know what? I don't have to play as hard as I did last year to get this money. I don't know what it is, man. Tony said, big game can put some space on the Cowgirls in the division or sit back into a dogfight and must wins ahead in the gauntlet. I don't know if you guys ever saw this movie with Rothschild. Was it Rothschild? Dr. Manhattan. What's the name of the movie? I forget the name of the movie, but he was locked in the prison. And one thing he said, I'm not locked in here with you. You locked in here with me. So it's not like we're not going against a gauntlet. They're going against us. That's how my feeling is. Is that we don't have to go against these teams. These teams have to go against us and put out their best effort. Because they don't put out a good effort, they're going to lose. We have the better roster. We have the better team. When we play a full game, which we haven't yet at 7-1, which is crazy. No team in this NFL can beat us. But that's the thing. Mistake-free football, power football, and getting the balls to our playmakers. We haven't really done all three of those things yet in this season. We have played mediocre defense and played outstanding offense, or been mediocre on the offense and played great defense via Miami. I- We haven't had a combination of both yet. I think this week should be that combination of both. Go to some more comments. Defense needs to be lights out on Sunday. Dow's coming hard for an upset. Pause. Yeah, they're gonna come in for an upset. They're gonna get smacked in the mouth. Listen, they're gonna get just like I said with Miami. You have a plan until you get punched in the mouth, and I really think they're gonna get punched in the mouth and realize that the Philadelphia Eagles are here for real. They're really here to play this game. I do have this game as a victory, like I said before. We already talked about this game beginning of the season as far as predictions. Even though I'm not gonna give the score out now, we have to come out and get at these guys from the get go. This game is make or break for the new coach. I don't think it's a make or break game for the new coaches. I really think it's more of a foundation building for these coaches because this is their 8th week together. Um, you know, Hurts is rounding to form as an MVP candidate. AJ Brown is already MVP candidate. Um, this offensive line is finally starting to get a little healthy. Jalen Carter is healthy. He will be playing. If you remember when he got drafted, he said he can't wait to beef against the Cowgirls. He's joined into this rivalry, so he can't wait for this game to kick their behind. And I can't wait for him to see him. This has an old school feel, like back when we were finally coming up in this division with Andy Reid and was a changing of the guard. I really think that we're going back into that formula with Nick Sirianni, where it's a changing of guard in this division. But from this previous game, I just want to hit some pointers in this previous game, man. I don't know what anybody can say about Jalen Hurts. Uh, they always talk about how bad of a passer he is. He's not that good of a passer. He can't be elite. Man, this game showed that he could be elite. He was 29 for 38 for 319 yards for 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns and over a 100% QB rating. Like he was dominant when we needed him to be dominant. It was no ifs, ands, or buts. When it was time for him to put a show on, he put that show on. He did what we needed him to do. BJ King, Dallas always plays us tough. I think it's going to be a field goal deciding game. Hey, BJ, I really don't think it's going to be a field goal deciding game. They're not going to get a run game to go on. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to get a run game going. We got the number one rush defense in the NFL, even though they had some big runs against us last week. They had 84 yards. I don't think they're going to get a run game against us. They're going to come out 4 wide and try to throw it at least 50-something times because they think they can exploit our defensive backs. Another thing about what happened last week, our offensive line really pitched a serious good game. Sua Peta is not the ideal starting guard. He's not. He missed a couple assignments. One that led to a sack. Another one where Jalen Hurts had to rush out of the pocket. He's not ideal in the run game. We already know the stats. I know y'all seen it all over the internet. You know how our stats have went downhill running the ball with Sua Peta. Is he serviceable to be in there right now? Yes. Will you start this game? I'm not sure. I'm not the medical staff. All these reports are speculative. When we find out when the Saturday report comes out and we know who for sure will be starting, then we know what we can really expect. But as of right now, if we don't run the game with consistency and have a balanced outlook, we need to be balanced. This is what makes this team so dangerous. When we're balanced, no team can stop us. When we're not balanced, when we have Jalen throwing the ball 50, close to 60 times a game, I mean, we're very easy to beat. Marion said, "Old school green, win. Eagles, yes." Richie said, "Carter plays Pollard, done. Secondary D line, Lamb, DBs, do your job. D line, hit Dak, we win for sure, for sure." Name of the game is just smack somebody in the mouth. That's the name of the game. I know we can't do it like we did it back in the 90s, early 2000s, even the 2010s, but it's still smack somebody in the mouth. Listen, I'd rather you get that penalty for smacking them in the mouth and fairing you and saying, you know what, I'm not running that guy's way again, then you not hitting them, and he say, he's taking advantage of everything you giving him. Bill Crow said, make them have to play from behind. We already have proven that they can come back and win. I don't. If we get ahead against this Dallas Cowgirls team, the one thing I know will happen is that Dak will probably end up throwing the ball 55 times. Because he basically that's what he does in his career. He doesn't lead from the front, especially this season. More or less, it's been his defense and special teams that has led this team to the record that they have right now. Their defense has been a turnover machine. Their special teams has been outstanding. I have to give it to the special teams, blocking kicks, blocking punts for returning for touchdowns. Um, if we're able to control that aspect of the game, this ball control, balance, just like uh WOL for life 64 said, run a damn ball, balance attack, secondary tighten up. If we're able just to do 15% more than what we did in this game, 20% more with the talent that we have. This game this week is not going to be even close. Listen, CeeDee Lamb is coming on because he's no way he said give him the damn ball. He's the best receiver in the game. But they still have Cooks. They still have Cooks. They still have I don't think he's playing. The other receiver. I mean, they have some targets. They have some Pollard. They have Vaughn, the rookie. They have some weapons, but they don't have the weapons we have. And that's the thing. When I go back and look at this game against the Commanders, Jahan Dotson, Scary Terry McLaurin, uh, Brian Robertson, uh, the converted quarterback Logan Thomas. Like no way in hell that team should have been in the game with us. Terry McLaurin always scores at least 100 receiving yards against us in a touchdown. Always. Jahan Dotson, who was in his second year, has relatively been held in check. But for Sam Howell to do what he did against us only gives teams that's going to see that more confidence that they can pass the ball against us. I need them to be 20% better than they were last week. Jeremiah said, we can't turn the ball over and expect to win games. You're exactly right. 4 turnover against the Jets is a prime example. Had those you take away those 4 turnovers, we're probably undefeated right now. Did Dean get outplayed, or are we picking up the playbook? I don't think Dean got outplayed. He had 11 solo tackles with 13 total tackles. I just don't think he got back into coverage fast enough. Now, for first and second down, playing a run, he's pretty damn good. But in that third down situations, getting him into these hook to curls, getting him back to the zone, they're picking us apart because this, to me, it might have been a defensive call. To me, just like he was stuck. He was stuck in a position that he's still getting used to in this type of defense, and it's not coming through for him as of yet. Dark Knight, what up? You there, Dark Knight?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hold up.
We're live with the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight of Gotham. He's getting there. While he gets himself together, I'm going to a couple more comments. Yeah, Gollop. I can't remember his name. Michael Gollop.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right. What's going on, Dark Knight?
Not much.
Man, just mentioned a couple things about the past game before we talk about the new this upcoming Cowgirls week and focus on the Dallas game. You there? I think we had Dark Knight. You dropped off, or you still there? All right, I'm gonna put you down for a second and let you come back up. Okay. All right, as we get the audio done for Dante real quick. Dark Knight be on real. He'll be back on real second, so we can talk about this week that's coming up. But a couple more things. The linebacker unit has been successful or been solid for us all season. I mean, Morrow, Cunningham, who's just a pleasant surprise. Even Nakobe Dean, he's been leading us when he's starting in tackles each game he's played. It's still not showing up on the screen. There are some holes in the offense, on the defense, that we have to get better at. And I really think playing closer to the line of scrimmage for our cornerbacks might be a better fit for us, better utilization of our corners. Let me get some more comments. Yeah, Dante be back on in a second. Just make sure he stopped drinking. He'll be back on in a second. He's not smoking no backwoods. Let Ricks play the slot and Burberry outside. Dean played a good game. Yeah, like I said, Dean did play a good game. There were some spots where you know, if you go back and look at it, it was like he wasn't moving with the flow of the offense, and he let some things cross his face or good right behind him. There was completions that shouldn't be completions. But this is football. Those things happen. Steelers and Titans sucks. What a snooze. I didn't even know they were playing. I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm happy you told me that. Anyway. I hope the quarterback stop playing 10 yards off the ball. It's a new phenomenon in the NFL, brother. All these cornerbacks been playing about 10 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, and to somebody that played a position, it's not showcasing your skill set. Like I think Asante Samuels was the first cornerback to do it successfully, but it hasn't been successful since then. Dark Knight, you back?
Yeah, I'm back now. Hey, what's going on?
What's up, fam?
So what's going on? We got the Cowboys this week, man. It's Cowboy week.
It is Cowboys week, and it's Cowgirls. I'm sorry, I don't want to say. I don't say cow. You know that I don't say the CB. I say Cowgirls. It is Cowgirls. Cow turds. It's their week. But I was just touching on a few things from our previous game that we have to get better on. I'm realizing that if we improve our secondary at least 20-25% than what we had last week, not only do we get more turnovers, we get better play from the secondary. I'm not talking about improving 75%, 85%. Just 20 to 25%. You have some broken up passes, you have some interceptions, you have better tighter coverage when you improve by that margin. And I think that might be a successful formula for this game. What you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is probably the time to talk about the ugly, because it was a win, and we're happy to be 7-1. And we put off talking about the ugly Sunday because we were just elated to get past and get and put the Commanders in our rearview mirror, right? But it was not. There was some ugly things that happened in that game, like making Howell look like the second coming of Joe Montana. That's unacceptable. We cannot do that. We can ill afford to continue to give up passing yards as we did with the Commanders. We can't do it. I mean, I don't understand why we can't stop that short slant across the middle. Like, we've seen it all year long. Like, when is somebody going to do something about it? It's almost like I just came from a political meeting, right? And I'm like, no, when's somebody going to do something about it? Like, it's like going to the politicians. When is somebody going to do something about that short slant across the middle that's always there? It's like it's stuck in a loop in our defense. Like, I'm tired of seeing it. When can we stop it? And we have Brett, and we got Prescott coming up. That the cow turd coming up, and I hate to admit it, but he's 8-3 against us. If we continue to play this type of soft defense in the secondary, he's going to eat us up also. And I can't stand to see it. I do not want to see that this Sunday.
Your husband's right, Dark Knight. I do not want to see it. I do want to be anywhere near it. I don't think I will be on the post game if that was to happen. If because that's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of letting that linger, having that bad taste in the mouth. Especially me. I'm going to Jamaica after this game. I need to be there happy.
Right. Are you going to Jamaica? Are you going to be in Jamaica for the bye week?
I'll be in Jamaica for the Chiefs game.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh, you being there for the Chiefs game? Oh, that's even
Yeah, I'll
better.
be in Jamaica for the Chiefs game.
Oh, I'm envious. That's great, though. That's great. But yeah, so that was not good. Um, I got a hot take from a barber, though. I'll tell you about this hot take. The hot take from a barber is
Uh,
that the Eagles are going to put up 200 yards on the ground against the Cowboys. What do you think about that?
it's possible. It's definitely possible. Is if we're able to get in cohesion together on the offensive line, which I think they start doing at the end of the game, I think it's definitely possible for us to put up a good rushing amount. We just have to be dedicated to running the ball. We can't just, if we get like 2 yards and that's it, and start passing the ball. We got to be really dedicated to running the ball. Let Swifty get some carries. Let Scott get some carries. Let these running backs run the football. We have to have a balanced attack. In order for that to happen. And 200 yards is not that is not even a hot take, truthfully.
Yeah,
Two,
for real.
200 yards should be the norm for this offense. It should be the norm on the rushing offense.
And we get Jurgens back, right?
As of right now, he's a limited participant, and there are some reports out there that maybe Tyler Steen might start because Solo Peta, he did go out with an injury. He came back, but he's still a little bit banged up. But it's the beginning of the week. It's the beginning of the practice week. The first day of practice was today. So,
All right.
tomorrow, Friday tomorrow, Saturday. Like when we get the report Saturday, then you know for sure who will be starting, who's coming off the IR and stuff of that nature.
Well, if it's Jurgens, then yeah, it's very, very doable that we can put up 200 yards on the ground, and I think that would be the way to go with the Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally scared of their offense. The only thing that concerns me is I can't ignore recent history, right? Like just like I couldn't ignore recent history with the Commanders, right? I scouted their games. They're horrible. They just got sacked. I mean, Howell was sacked 8 times the previous week to our game,
Yeah.
and but I couldn't ignore recent history. They play us tough, and that was the case on Sunday. They played us tough. So I'm not afraid of the Cowboys, but it's a division game, and recent history says that Dak Prescott is 8-3 against us. 8-3, and it's time for that to turn. It's time for the tables to turn on that. We have the better team. We have had the better team for a few years now, but that's not reflective in our head-to-head matchup. So let's start this trend of changing this Dak's record against the Eagles. Let's start that
Yeah,
this
let's
week.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of those victories that Dak has had has been shadow victories. Like the victory last year, he played against Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
Everybody say
true
he put
that.
up 300 yards. It's Gardner Minshew. He threw 3 picks. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It wasn't against our number one offense. A couple years before that was our COVID year where we set most of our starters and they want to put up 50 points and they got exited in the first round. Uh,
Yeah.
it was some crucial victories that they had against us, but this one right here is people are saying that the Cowgirls they need this to jumpstart this season. If they get this victory, they're the number one team in the NFL. How, Sway? How,
Yeah.
Sway?
Yeah. I don't get that. I don't understand that. But that America, not America, but the NFL and the nation and TV networks, they want the Cowboys to be the number one team. It's a sexier thing for the Cowboys to be number one. So they're always rooting for that, and it's no different with this week coming up, and that's okay because that just gives us more fuel
This
to put on the
delusional
fire. Right? They're
this
delusional.
delusional fan base they have there across this nation makes me crazy. Let me end the score and start the fourth real quick. Actually, I skipped the third, didn't I? Let me end the score real quick, Darnell.
All right.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So
Again,
you are okay. I'm
oh,
sorry. I'm
it's
sorry.
all you. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're back.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
I'm sorry. So you're watching, listening to Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show on Facebook that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. And as I can tell by listening to my co-host, he's been keeping the culture going just fine. So I know I know he's drinking a tequila because it's Thursday. So let me know what you guys are drinking out there because although we have some things to be concerned about, our Philadelphia Eagles are still 7-1 as we head into this matchup. It's Cowboys week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's raise our glass. I have nothing. I'm driving, so I
Actually,
got
Dark
a
Knight,
cup of it.
I had one shot of tequila, then I ran out. Then I had to break open a new bottle of Bird Game bourbon.
Oh, the Bird Gang Bourbon. Oh, I heard that
Yeah.
was good. We didn't even bring that up. Oh, and let me give a shout out to Miller's Ale House.
Yes,
But let's take
sir.
this shot first. All right, so here we go. Down the hatch. Three, two, one.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Hey, look, a shout out to the Miller's Ale House, man. We had a wonderful time there on Sunday. It's always a great time, especially when our Philadelphia Eagles win. When they win, it's always a party going on, and we would like no other place than to do that, but at Miller's Ale House, and we had a rocking time on Sunday, man. Thank you to everyone who showed up that normally watches us that was in the area and turned out for us, man. I had support from my PD family. It's an IG group I follow on Instagram. They showed up. My sisters from there, and I had um, Rob. The guy that the books our gigs. He was there. Bertie Bravo was there. He's usually in the chat room here, but he doesn't live far away. He was there. So shout out to everyone of our followers that came out and watched the game with us live. And they enjoyed it. And some of them that was their first time. Now, to the patrons of Miller's Ale House, they're kind of getting used to us being there. As a matter of fact, on our exit last week, what were we? We were threatened with coming back this week. We were threatened, and I told the guy we would be back, but that was just because I was scared and I just wanted to get out of there alive. But we're not going to be able to come back this week. But he said that you guys have to come back next week. And I don't blame him because I did put out there to the crowd as the game was going on. I said, if we win today, everybody has to come back next week, and they have to sit in the same exact spot, and they have to wear the same exact clothes. So I guess I started it, and he definitely held up his end at the end of the game and after the game when he was like, "Y'all coming back? Y'all better come back next week." I was like, "All right," but we're not able to come back during the Dallas Cowboys game, but we will be back at Miller's Ale House before the season is out. You can count on that. As soon as we all get our schedules to line up, we will be back at Miller's Ale House, and we'll let you guys know so that you can show up to the party also. We were rocking. We were rocking. If you think about it, and I rewatched the game, right? So in the fourth quarter, it was 24-17 in the fourth quarter with about 11
Yeah.
minutes to go, and
Yeah.
we scored 21 points
Hmm.
from that point to the end of the game. 21 points, 24-17, and it was 38-24. 31. I'm sorry, 38-31. We put up 21 points in the fourth quarter. It was rocking. We were rocking in Miller's Ale House.
We definitely was rocking, and like we said earlier on the show, we could have put up a 50 burger on them. Those two turnovers in the red zones that we had the ball, like this game should have been out of control by the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter should have been like, you know what? Put the backups in.
Yeah, for
You know.
real.
But it's just the thing about us playing a perfect game. We haven't yet played a perfect game yet. Our offense hasn't been clicking the same time our defense hasn't been clicking. Our special teams actually has been the most consistent on out of all the units this year. The special teams has been outstanding. Jake Elliott, Brandon Mann, even Brenton Covey has been leading the
Yeah.
NFL. At one point, he led the NFL in punt return yards. Um, but to the point of the matter is, we need this team to put together the ideal perfect scenario, which is both the offense and defense playing together to help this team be a dominant force.
Yeah, we need to put it all together. We have yet to do that. I mean, we've seen glimpses of it. We've seen maybe quarters of it, right? I remember, I think it was the first Redskins, I'm sorry, the first Commanders game in that third quarter. We put it together then when we outscored or outgained them like almost 200 yards to 18 in that third quarter. So we've seen like glimpses of it, bits and pieces of it, quarters where we might have put it all together, but we've not seen a full four-quarter game where both sides of the ball have been playing at their highest level. We haven't seen that yet. And mind you, when we do, it's going to be a scary thing. And when we do see it on a consistent basis, it's going to be a scary thing. And hopefully that consistent basis starts with this 6-game stretch that we're about to go on right now.
Yeah, like I said before, Dark Knight, it's not that we going on a gauntlet. It's these teams gotta come see the Philadelphia Eagles, right? They gotta come see us. No matter where we gotta go to their home, whatever. They still gotta play the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's not, us facing them. It's them facing us. We're the best team in the NFL right now. We do have a comment. I have a comment on the screen by Jeremiah Andrews. He said, when y'all going to come to Dallas on Kyle Grove Week and do a live broadcast? That would be dope, actually.
That would be dope. Yeah, go on. When do we play Dallas?
We don't play Dallas again until
Is it December? Is it?
yeah,
We play them around Christmas, don't we?
something like
I
that.
think.
I'm about to
All right,
go.
they ain't gonna be this year.
Yeah, we don't play them again until December 10th.
Oh,
December
okay.
10th. Yeah, and it's a
Oh,
Sunday night game.
oh, yeah. I
Not
don't
not,
think it's gonna be this year.
not this year. Maybe next year. We'll look at it. Another comment by Wendell Gallant. In order for us to do that, we have to stay healthy on both sides of the ball. It's probably referring to us being dominant and being balanced on both sides of the ball and rushing for 200 yards. And I agree with that. Listen, it's not out of left field that we can run against the Dallas Cowgirls for over 200 yards. That's not. I don't think there's a hot take, Dark Knight. I really don't.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
think it's a strong possibility that we can rush the ball for at least 150, 175 yards, control the game, and just diminish their will for this game.
I agree. I don't think it's a hot take either, especially if we get Cam Jurgens back in there. We have our full full offensive line healthy and ready to go, and we also commit to the run and not go away from it so quickly if we get a couple of 2-yard stops or something like that, because it seems like that's what they've been doing the past, well, especially against the Commanders. Like they do have a formidable front seven. Don't get me wrong.
They do.
They have a formidable front seven, and because we weren't picking up yards in chunks, I think they kind of got away from the running game in the first half. Because the second half they came out and they gave Swifty the ball a little bit more, and they kind of committed to him, even though he wasn't. I mean, he was getting good chunks, but he was
Yeah,
not. He wasn't tearing it up or anything like that. But they still were committed to giving him the ball in the second half more so than the first half.
yeah. That's crazy because what you just said in the first half, up until like a few minutes in the second quarter left, he only had like one carry for 4 yards. And I was
Yeah.
looking on the board. I'm like, I'm seeing Gainwell with 2 carries, negative 4 yards. Like, what the heck is going on? So he ended up with 16 carries for 57 yards, 3.6 clip. But we got to be consistent with that, Dark Knight. We got to continue with that progression with our offense. Like, we cannot not run the ball. We can't put Jalen in harm's way by not letting him have a balanced attack. We can't. We just can't.
Right. And I agree. And getting to Jalen, I know you guys had talked about him, but he had a spectacular game on Sunday, and that was well, I think he's done it before that, but that definitely was a return to MVP form that he showed last year. That was an awesome game last week. He was very precise,
Mhm.
efficient,
Very efficient.
and
Yes.
dominant, and that's our quarterback. That's why he earned the contract that he got, and that was on a bum leg too. Let's not forget that. That was on a bum leg that he did all that. He's just I love the guy. I love the guy. That was a performance of the ages right there.
Yes, it is. Let me end this quarter so we can talk a little bit about the upcoming game and what we're doing this Sunday. All right.
All right.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around that's by us fans for us fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That's the Philadelphia Eagles, the 7-1 Philadelphia Eagles, the top ranked team in the NFL, Philadelphia Eagles, the NFC conference leading Philadelphia Eagles. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Pat is doing the what is that? The Eagles. What
Bird
is it?
Gang Bourbon.
Bird Gang Bourbon. He's doing the Bird Gang Bourbon. I'm still sipping on the coffee. I'm gonna be up till about 2, 3 in the morning, but that's okay. And you guys, let me know what you're doing out there, because we're still celebrating the win over the Commanders, man. Any win in the NFL is tough and should be celebrated, right? But a win over a division rival that plays you as tough as the Commanders play us is worth celebrating. So drink responsibly, but let's take a cheer to our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
Woo.
Yeah, so we got those cow turds coming up, man, and I think that I think we are more talented than them, right? They are
Definitely
coming
are.
off a blowout win of the Rams. Nothing spectacular. The Rams are not that good. We dominated them ourselves in our own fashion. We dominated them ourselves. So that's I'm not impressed with that, right? Um, I think that I just want to beat them, and always want to beat them,
Yeah.
and I want to embarrass them. Actually, I want to choke them out. Like, like I want to choke them out. And that's what, to me, that is the equivalent of 200 yards on the ground. If we run the rock for 200 yards on the ground, that would be the football equivalent of choking them out. Like, not a fast death, not one to the head, but choking, a slow death where you just suffocate them to death. You know what I'm saying? That's what the run game does. It just suffocates you to death.
Yeah, it does. It's basically it takes the will out. Uh, Listen, when you have these linemen pushing down on you, and there's nothing you can do to stop this play. That takes a lot out of you. Like if we're able to impose our will onto this Dallas defense, which no team really has done this year besides the Cardinals. Actually, Arizona was the first team I've seen actually impose their will running the ball, where they always James Conner almost had 100 yards rushing. If we're able to impose our will like Arizona, and I can't believe I'm saying Arizona did, then this game should not even be close because the talent on this team far succeeds the talent that we're going against. But there is a thing they say any given Sunday. I don't think it's this Sunday though.
No, no, it's not gonna be this Sunday. It's a bitter rivalry, Dallas and the Eagles, and this week will not disappoint. I don't think both teams are coming off of exciting wins. Dallas a little easier than what we had, but we still are the top team in the conference, actually, in
Hmm.
the NFL, actually, in the
Period.
NFL.
Period.
So
We're definitely the top team in the NFL. I think Dante is going through a tunnel real quick. He's going to be back in a
giving
second.
us their best
Yeah.
shot And I think that, and I talked about it before, I just think that just makes us more battle tested, and this good experience for us as we go through this grueling this grueling 6-game stretch actually.
Mhm.
So, bring it on, and we'll let the chips fall where they may. And if we're going to take, man versus
Mano.
man, I'll take my man. I'll take our men any day of the week,
There you
and
go.
twice on Sunday.
There you go. Listen, just like what Dark Knight said, mano a mano. I take my Philadelphia Eagles over any team in this league. The season for us really starts this week. They always talk about the guy. I talk about the season starts this week. We got the Dallas Cowgirls. Then we got after them who we got the Chiefs and the Bills. So we had some number one. This is what the NFL wanted, right? Then we had the 49ers. This is what they wanted. This last year, what they wanted. They talking about how we didn't play anybody. Well, you got what you want. You got us playing the Cowgirls. You got us playing the Bills. You got us playing the Chiefs after that. You got us playing the 49ers. They're going back to Dallas. Like, you got us in the schedule that you wanted. Them don't sleep on the Seahawks. But the thing about it is, we're not getting in the ring with these contestants. They are getting in the ring with us. And that's the problem that people don't understand. They have to play us. And if we play up to what our capabilities are, no team in this NFL can beat us. It sounds like Dark Knight just getting in the crib. Get some more comments real quick. Jeremiah said, Pat, where you get that drink from? And do they deliver out of state? Hey, listen, if you go on to www.birdgainspirits.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I think they answer all your questions for you. What was it? www.birdgainspirits. I think they're gonna answer all your questions for you.com. Couple more comments. Brian said Steen looked good with his 6x snaps last week. He did look good. I think he's hungry. I think if he gets this opportunity to start, you're gonna see some guy that realized he should have been a higher draft pick, and he has a lot to contribute to this team. He's part of that Stoutland University right now, so I don't think he can be as bad or as bad as who we had that play at right tackle at the time. Dark Knight, you remember? It wasn't Jack Driscoll. It was somebody else was playing that right tackle that was trash. And getting our quarterback killed in the Jets game actually. But I think he's ready to step in and be a very valuable replacement if we need him to do. This game is going to prove a lot to a lot of people in America, and one of the things is going to prove and shut up the critics, especially if Jalen Hurts, regardless of what neat element is befitting on him, if he's able to go up there and put up his regular numbers and surprise a lot of people. I really think it's going to be the Devontae Smith, AJ Brown show. I really do. I think these guys are going to combine and have something bigger than what this team could put against them. Their corner Beard, I think his name is, and Stephon Gilmore, they're playing at a high percentage, but I think we have a little bit more firework than they do. As Dark Knight comes on, hey Dark Knight,
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
hey man, you want to hear something crazy?
What's that?
I was at Butcher and Singers. I took my wife to a surprise dinner tonight at Butcher and Singers here in Philly. And when you send the text message out, I was like, "Oh man, almost forgot about the podcast. How can I forget about a podcast? It's Thursday, and it is Cowgirls Eagles week."
Yeah, no doubt. And I had something to do, but I did not want to miss the Thursday before Cowboys week. Like, it had to happen. Like, if you're going to miss any week, you're not going to miss the week Dallas Cowboys. You're not going to miss Cowturks week. That's not the week to miss upon further review. So I was like, we're just going to go on later, and I'll jump in when we can, but we cannot not come on the week before Dallas. It'd be blasphemy not to do that. So we had to come here and get you guys prepared for Sunday. Sunday now we'll be doing our pregame at 3:25 because it's a 4:25 kickoff. So we come on an hour before. So we'll be on at 3:25, and then I will resume my play-by-play. You can watch the game with me on YouTube where I do my play-by-play. I did an excellent job at the Miller's Ale House, I think.
Yeah,
I
you
think
did.
I did good.
You
I
did.
think I did a good job. So you guys want to experience that, watch the game with me, just tune in. You have it on your TV. I'll have it on mine. I can't show it on the screen, but, we'll watch it together. I'll do my play-by-play, and we'll celebrate together. Let's put it that way. Hopefully we'll be celebrating together. But it all starts with our pregame show, which starts at 3:25 on Sunday. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We've been on here a long time. So that's an hour, right? All right. So we're about to head on out. I thank you guys for being patient, man, and listening to me while I drove on my way home to get in front of the camera only for about 5 minutes, but it was worth it. I thank you guys, man. We thank you guys for being loyal, and we will see you guys on Sunday for Cow Turd Sunday, guys. Let's go. Play the damn song, Pat.
We go live in 5, 4, 3,